You are standing at the bottom of a shaft cut into the solid bedrock of the Valley of the Kings. It is 1200 BC. The air down here is different. It is not the hot, dry air of the desert. Above, it is cool, heavy, and profoundly still. It tastes metallic on your tongue. It smells of dust that hasn't moved in 500 years, mixed with the faint, sickly sweet scent of natron and ancient resins. You hold a flickering torch in one hand. The flame is weak, struggling against the lack of oxygen. The orange light dances nervously on the limestone walls, casting long, stretching shadows that seem to move on their own. You are a thief, and you are about to break into the eternal resting place of a god-king. You and your partner, nervous and sweating despite the cool air, put your shoulders against the sealed doorway. The plaster seal of the necropolis guards cracks. You push. The heavy stone door grinds open an inch, the sound echoing like thunder in the absolute silence. A puff of air rushes out, the breath of the tomb, exhaled for the first time in centuries. You squeeze through the gap. You are inside. The beam of your torch cuts through the darkness. It illuminates a long corridor sloping downward. The walls are covered in vibrant paintings, gods with animal heads, scenes of the underworld, spells written in hieroglyphs meant to guide the pharaoh's soul. They seem to stare at you, their painted eyes following your movements. You try to ignore the feeling of being watched. You try to ignore the weight of the mountain of stone above your head. You are focused on one thing: gold. You move deeper, stepping carefully. You have heard the stories. False floors that drop into pits filled with spikes. Massive stone blocks balanced to fall and crush intruders. You test every flagstone with the end of your staff before you put your weight on it. The silence is so deep, it rings in your ears. The only sounds are your own shallow breathing and the scuff of your sandals on the stone floor. The air gets thicker the deeper you go. Your torch flickers again, threatening to go out. If it goes out down here, you are dead. You will never find your way back in the absolute blackness. You feel a trickle of cold sweat run down your spine. It's not just the fear of traps. It's the fear of the sacred. You are trespassing in a place meant only for the dead. You reach the final antechamber. The door to the burial chamber is ahead. It is sealed with a complex rope knot and a clay seal bearing the cartouche of the king. Your partner pulls out a bronze knife and cuts the rope. You push the doors open. And there it is. The glint of gold hits your eyes. The room is filled with treasures, statues, furniture, chariots, alabaster jars, and in the center, a massive sarcophagus of red granite. You have succeeded. You are rich beyond your wildest dreams. But then a sound, a soft grinding noise behind you. You whip around, torch held high. Nothing, just the shadows. Was it the earth settling? Was it a stone shifting? Your heart hammers against your ribs. The paranoia sets in. You grab what you can carry, a golden statuette, a handful of jewelry. You need to get out now. The air feels suffocating now, heavy with the weight of centuries. You turn to run back up the corridor. You run past the staring gods on the walls. You scramble up the sloping passage, slipping on the dusty floor. The torch is dying, the flame shrinking to a tiny blue nub. The shadows are closing in. You reach the entrance shaft. You throw the gold into your sack and begin to climb the rope. You don't look back. You climb until your muscles burn, desperate for the sight of the stars, desperate to escape the heavy, silent world where the dead are sleeping, and where they do not welcome visitors. You burst out into the night air of the desert, gasping, gulping down the fresh wind. You have the gold. You survived. But as you look back down the dark shaft, you know that the feeling of that heavy, stale air and the silent, staring gods will follow you forever.